I feel like falling in love. I'm in the mood to fuck something up. We are going to fuck up the night. Take flight. Sorry. I was practicing my my Rocket Man, but in Renaissance form. My bad. I forgot I'm supposed to be recording a podcast. What's going on, everybody? My name is Jay Burritos, and welcome back to your favorite music podcast, Jukebox 2. Here to bring you another week of music news, reviews, and conversation. I want to thank you all for listening to last week's episode. I know that was a tough sell for a lot of you, listening to Ye for more than 3 seconds, without scrolling on your timeline. It was a rough for me to get out. I just had to get. I know I'm late to this whole Ye Kanye West controversy bullshit that he's been doing lately, but I just felt like I had to take some time for myself to get the shit out and see where y'all were standing with it too. And it seems to my knowledge that a lot of y'all are beyond sick of them and are like, hey, no more of that. So thank you for allowing me to take the time to get my feelings off. And thank you to those of you in the comments that left comments agreeing, disagreeing, debating, whatever. I appreciate it all. Appreciate y'all interacting with me and just, hanging out and having a good time here on Jukebox 2. I enjoy the more conversational parts of that show. What I did with last week's episode is kind of what I want to do more of when it comes to this new show. I told y'all in the beginning that I enjoy the liberty of being able to review albums when I want to review them and not necessarily like the week that they come out. But also sometimes I don't want to have to review an album at all. Sometimes I just want to talk about some bullshit or something cool. And today's episode, I think, is a good example of a perfect mix of all of it. I think today's episode is a beautiful mix of the ethos of the show. The news, bam, it's here. The reviews is basically a review. And the conversation is about to be a debate. We're about to go in on Beyonce's Renaissance. The album has been out for 3 months, and I feel like we have given it enough time to marinate and enough time for everybody to form their thoughts. It seems like we're all still fighting over what song is the best and what song is the worst. And I'm here to solve that problem for you today. As a stan, as a newly anointed member of the Hive, I'm here to give the objective answer to what is the correct order of songs from worst to best when it comes to Beyonce's Renaissance. So how we're going to do this today is we're going to go from top to bottom, from I'm That Girl to Summer Renaissance, and we're going to put them bad boys on a tier list. And at the end, we're going to look at that tier list and we're going to rank them from worst to best. And that will end all arguments. We can stop arguing about plastic on the sofa. We can stop arguing about Church Girl. We can stop arguing about All Up in Your Mind, all of it. Because today, I will be making the definitive, objective, ranked list of Renaissance songs by Beyonce Knowles. And I'm excited to get into it. But before that, because I decided for some reason to record this episode on Tuesday morning instead of Monday night like I wanted to, I'm sure everybody's caught up with the news so far this morning. And we all woke up to the news that, unfortunately, Takeoff of the Migos is dead. He was shot and killed in Houston, apparently over a dice game. And TMZ reported it this morning. Some other people were, for some reason, sharing the actual video of him bleeding out on social media. I don't know why y'all feel the need to do that shit. But TMZ confirmed it this morning when I woke up. And I'm still, as I'm recording this episode, I've had to re-record this 3 or 4 times because I'm still what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. Shot in a dice game in a bowling alley in Houston. He's 28, was 28. Literally just released an album a few weeks ago. I haven't even got a chance to listen to it yet. And it just doesn't make any sense. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time in today's episode talking about it because it just happened and my thoughts are just now forming. And I think everyone needs a little time to kind of process and grieve. So we're not going to do that today. But I did want to at least acknowledge that did happen. And I want to wish well wishes to Takeoff's family, to the rest of the Migos, to all the fans out there. It's a rough day. So like I say, I might have more thoughts about that and just a lot of the Black Death in general. It feels like we've been seeing in a future episode. But for today, I at least wanted to acknowledge that. But today's episode is going to be, like I said, a lot more lighthearted. I want to give a little joy, bring a little happiness, bring a little fun to the environment today because I feel like that's what we all need. I was already planning on doing this episode anyway, and I'm glad that I didn't change it up to, make things a little more sad and somber. So we're going to have a good time. So let's switch over to the tier list mobile. If you're watching this on YouTube, which if you haven't caught on yet as a listener, I would prefer you to do that only because my face is here and I do a good job of brushing my face in the morning and looking real cute. But also, it's the best place to leave comments for me. But I do appreciate everybody that listens on. I understand y'all at work. You can't have your YouTube up on your phone or in the little corner on your computer screen. You can't do that. Sometimes you got to listen. Sometimes you want to play me on 1.5 speed, but you can do that on YouTube too. I'm just saying. Anyway, let me stop. Renaissance. We're here. Found this tier list, and I have done a little trimming of the fat to reduce what we're looking at here. So I've got all the songs from I'm That Girl all the way down to Summer Renaissance here at the bottom. And like I said, we're going to go in order. And the tiers that are on the screen are the S tier, the A tier, the B tier, and the C tier. The reason why we stop at C is because, spoiler alert, I don't think that there's a single song on this album that's worse than average. I'm just being straight up. Like, this is, if it's not obvious from the way that I'm excited or getting hyped right now, this Renaissance is my album of the year. I know it's November. I know that there's 2 months that anybody could surprise me at any time. I don't see it happening. I'm just going to be honest with you. I wanted to give it to Steve Lacy so bad. I did, because Gemini Rights is so fucking good. But then, matter of fact, before we get into the tier list, y'all know I like giving backstory and going down rabbit holes. I was in Disney World when this album dropped. I was literally in the happiest place on earth when Beyonce dropped this fucking nuclear bomb of an album on us out of nowhere. Like, yeah, these motherfuckers ain't stopping me. It was Friday morning, and I was wrapping up some work for my freelance client before we get ready to get up and hit the Magic Kingdom. And I put the album on in my AirPods, because I just bought some AirPods. And I was just like, wait a minute. Okay, wait. Huh. I'm That Girl comes on. Cozy comes on. I go, ooh. Alien Superstar comes on. I go, oh, wait a minute. Cuff it. I'm getting ahead of myself. But I listened to that album for the first time, and I transcended into a new plane. And I'm sure a lot of people out here that are watching this episode felt the same way when Renaissance got into our eardrums and started vibrating around in there. It comes in at like an hour and 2 minutes, and y'all know this album has everything I love about a good album, about good music. It has excellent sequence, and the songs just flow right into each other. Sometimes, like, this album feels like it's in acts, like it's like 2 or 3 acts, and like the songs are in chunks of like 6 or 7 at a time where they just flow into each other, and it's fucking nuts. And y'all know I love that. It's dancey, and I love a good dancey song. It's sexy, it's raunchy, it's nasty, it's free, it's fun, it's you know what I'm saying? Whew, I had to get that. I had to get my initial thoughts out just to be clear as to where we're starting here. Like I said, S, A, B, and C are on the tier list. Let's start with I'm That Girl. And I'm not gonna beat around the bush when it comes to putting the songs in the tier. I'm gonna put the song in the tier it belongs, and then I'm gonna discuss my thoughts on it. So let's start. These Motherfuckers Ain't Stopping Me, aka the intro, aka I'm That Girl. We're gonna pop this into B tier to start. When I look at the fact that I've only got 4 tiers in this list, it looks wrong because it's in the 3rd out of 4, right? I put it in B. I think it's a great intro to set the tone of the album, to let you know that she ain't playing around. I honestly, even sometimes I'm tempted to skip it because it's like, it's a low value song in comparison to some of the other songs on the album for me. But then when it first comes on, like that, these motherfuckers ain't stopping me, every single time, I'm like, all right, every time I get ready to skip it, the energy in the song reminds me, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a mistake. Do not. The way that the beat like switches up, it's got that dembo beat in the beginning. And then it's just like, weekend on the weekend. Like she keep changing up her flow switches up, and it's just like, it's like, hey, look, this album is gonna take you on a roller coaster. Get ready. Get ready. It's a proper intro for what this album is. It's not one of my favorite songs on the album. It is really good though. But you know, B tier is where we're gonna put that. Cozy. I also before we get into the whole thing, I put a notes app together with like my rough estimation of where I want these to go, and as I'm looking at it now, I think it still makes sense, but I haven't talked it out, so we're gonna see. Cozy is gonna go into the A tier. Cozy is a very low-key song. It is boom, 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 boom. You know, the beat is just real nice and chill. And then Beyonce, oh my God, she's a hero. You know, she in the background just like chilling. You know, the lyrics are amazing. She goes through, you know, people pointed out that she went through the rainbow flag in the lyrics in the second verse, which is pretty cool. I love the beat on it. It's literally a cozy ass song. It's just comfortable in my skin. Not to mention the message itself. Being comfortable in your skin. You know I love a good song to make you feel good about yourself. And that's exactly what this song is. This song makes you comfortable in your skin. Cozy. Cozy. A tier. A tier. I don't even have to look at my notes app for this next song. I don't. The next song is Alien Superstar. Alien Superstar is going in the S tier. Alien Superstar is a Mad Hatter. Is a nutter of a song. It's a clanger and a banger, as they say. Fuck, that song is so good. Like it's I remember when the album first came out, and the week or two, that first week or two, or honestly like the first month when this album came out, the memes and the TikToks, all of it, love it. This was one of the first songs that got the TikTok and the fan cam treatment. Alien Superstar, people were doing like the Sailor Moon transformations over it and shit. And I was like, yes, it's so funny. I just mentioned this to Danny the other day. It's so funny that I, along with a lot of us, rightfully gave him shit for that terrible, awful, horrible song that's on Certified Lover Boy, Way Too Sexy, with him and Future and Young Thug. That song is awful. The music video is hilariously awful, but we gave him shit for his Right Said Fred interpolation. And Beyonce comes on here and does the same thing, but sexy, but fierce, but oh my God, Alien Superstar. Whip, like just a fucking banger of a song. Every time that Alien Superstar, and I'm ashamed to say this because it's in the S tier now, Alien Superstar was a song that I debated skipping early on. Like I was like, this song is good, but like it doesn't fit the theme for me. It doesn't work. Idiot. Dummy. What's wrong with me? I have problems. I can't be trusted. I was like, look, I need some time to let this marinate a little bit. And every single time now I hear that song, it gives me, this whole album gives me energy, but it's certain songs that give me like a shot of like adrenaline, dopamine, exactly when I need it. Alien Superstar is one. Alien Superstar is absolutely one. The next song, which is probably the hottest thing on TikTok right now, Cuff It, also going in the S tier. I'm not playing with y'all today. Cuff It is one of those songs that I think everybody was like, oh, you know, it's nice little low key tune. You know, it's nice and chill. It's very funky. It's very smooth. We getting fucked up tonight, you know, Nile Rodgers hanging out in the back. It's very old school groove, you know. It's very dance at your wedding, dance at your family reunion. I feel like falling in love. I'm in the mood to fuck something up. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying. I know you do. We gonna fuck up the night. The song's so good, Issa Rae did not know that she was playing the censored version for a long time, and it's still just as good. You know a song is good when it's good censored. Like that's y'all know I hate censored music. It's the bane of my existence. But Cuff It, fuck it. S tier song. It is after Alien Superstar for those that aren't looking at the screen. But yes, an S tier song. All right. The next one, a nice little 2-minute intermission. N.G. belongs in the A tier after Cozy. Okay. I have not heard the version without Khalees because I have not updated I downloaded the album on Spotify when it first came out, and I have not updated it. I have not. Y'all know I was talking about this last week with the Ye stuff. I don't like updated music. I don't like. I think it's because I'm somewhat neurotic. We're like, I recognize that this is what the song used to sound like, but then now this new version has like a piece missing, or it's got like this extra part to it, and it just fucks with my brain, and I can't enjoy the song the same way. So I haven't heard the new version yet, but the version 1.0, magnifique, amazing. And again, the transitions between all of these songs that I've listed, between Cozy, Alien Superstar, Cuff It, and Energy, absolutely seamless. Like, Cuff It goes, fuck it up, and then boom, you're in a new song. You're in a new song all of a sudden. And that shit is crazy. Like, Beyonce rapping her ass off. I love it. I love it. Amazing song. It gives me energy. And it's a setup for the single that a lot of y'all didn't like when the album first came out. Break My Soul. Also going in the A tier. I feel like we all agree. I liked this song when it first came out. I didn't love it when it first came out, but I was like, okay, we're doing a little dance thing. Okay, boom, 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 boom. You know, I love a good dance track. And I was like, this is okay, Beyonce. But again, in the context of the album, in the sequencing of the album itself, the song is better. Like, it just, the songs feed into each other and make each other better. And honestly, this next run of songs is the perfect explanation for that. Like, it's the perfect example, I'll say, of what I'm trying to say. Like, Energy into Break My Soul makes Break My Soul better. That makes sense to the people that's listening to the album. But you won't break my soul. And again, just like Cozy, it's another one of those songs that's like, it's an affirmation. It's one of those songs you can sing and like lift yourself up. And some of the best music, in my opinion, does that. And this album is just the personification, the embodiment of that. Literally, just like Black excellence, of like Black joy, happiness, Black woman love. It's just it's what, man. Album's great. Break My Soul, A tier. Put it after Energy. We'll revisit the order at the end, but for now I'm feeling good about it. All right. Next, I want to give a special shout out to Sophie from Dead End Hip Hop, and I'm looking in the camera directly to speak to you right now because we haven't spoken in a long time. I hope you're doing well. I know we pass by each other on Twitter very often, but you need some help. I am here to tell you that you need some help because Church Girl is an A tier song. I've been waiting to say this for quite some time, but there was a period of time where Sophie and a few other people that I've seen on social media, I'm sorry that Sophie is the only person I can think of right now, were saying that this song is not good, that this song is whack, that dropping it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty, and pop it like a thotty is just not, it's not doing it for him. You're wrong. You're wrong. This song might, like, I got it here in the A row after all the other songs. That's not where it belongs. I might put it at the top of A. It might have to, because it is like, again, this string of songs from Cuff It, Energy, Break My Soul. Those songs have a sequence to them, and then like there's a clear fade out from Break My Soul. What does not fade is the energy. Church Girl makes me want to like twerk through a window. Like just go, but like just crash through a window and like fight somebody with my ass. Like it is such a good. The song is so good. The rapping is amazing. You could be my daddy if you want to. You could be my daddy if you want to. It's like the way that she says shit. She gonna shake that ass and them pretty tig old bitties. Tig old bitties on a beat. What's behind them tig old bitties? Anderson .Paak, come on now. Hey, look. I almost hit the applause button like I'm on Twitch. That song is truly, and the message itself in the song of overcoming, moving mountains. It's just, you're tripping. Everybody that don't like this song, rethink your life. Thank you, No ID. I need this. Is like, God damn, that song is good. Okay, now, The S tier has been getting cold. For those that are looking at the screen, the S tier has been getting a little chilly up there. I've been putting a lot in the A tier lately. The C tier is still pretty cold, and that's going to be cold for a little while. But the S tier has just got Alien Superstar and Cuff It. This next song, Plastic Off the Sofa, is an S tier song. I'm putting it between Alien Superstar and Cuff It. This next shout out is going to Crystal from The Read, who is a podcast icon of mine. Truly, I would not be in this space if it was not for The Read and Loudspeakers Network. Shout out to Combat Jack. And she she went viral back in the day in 2013 for when the self-titled album Beyoncé came out. She was like, oh my God, Beyonce. And it was amazing and it was great. And then a year later, boom, The Read, her and Kid Fury. It's great. It's been going for 8 years. Love the show. They came back, they went on a little hiatus, a little mental health break, and they came back to review Renaissance. And she had so much to say about how Plastic on the Sofa is not it. I think she said it was like in her bottom two, and her main reasoning for it was that it was too gushy. I'm never gonna love on a man like this. Listen. Speaking as a man who has, I would say, given and also received the kind of love that is being spoken of here in Plastic Off the Sofa. My God, the first time I heard this song, shout out to Sid of the internet. Shout out to Patrick Page of the internet. Because my fucking God, did y'all put your foot in this album? I knew the internet was always good. Everybody loves the internet. Everybody loves the internet. I love Sid's solo work. I've only listened to Patrick Page's first solo album, but I really liked it. He had that one song on there called Voodoo, where I was like, oh shit, hold up now, he can play. And this, he is playing his ass off on this song. Sid produced the hell out of it. And Beyonce, this is one of them songs where like people have been, this one and another one we're getting ready to talk about, where people have been doing the breakdowns of the runs in the song. And I'm just like, Beyonce, what? Like, why are you the melodies, the harmonies where she's like, in the way you, and she's like harmonizing with herself, like in the later verses, it's just like, girl, what are you doing to me right now? I like it, baby. Yeah. Like, it's fucking crazy what she was doing on that song. Absolutely insane. S tier song. One of my favorite Beyonce songs ever, which I feel like I'm going to say about a lot of songs on this album, including the next one. Virgo's Groove. Virgo's Groove is so good that I am adding a row above S tier because it's necessary. And we're just gonna call that S plus because it's what we deserve. Virgo's Groove is an S plus song. Like, Virgo's Groove might objectively be the best song that she's ever made. And I know I started out this podcast saying I'm a new Beyonce stan, but I have been listening to Beyonce, like most of us, for most of my life. Through the Destiny's Child days, through the early, solo days. And I can say that I've become like a fan to a stan to like whatever the fuck I am now in the last decade. Like the last 3 albums have been so fucking immaculate that I have just been in awe of her stardom. And I just like, there's nothing you can do. However, still, Virgo's Groove is a cut above like so much of her catalog. And her catalog is already so good. This album is already so good. Virgo's Groove is the climax for me. This 6-minute song, which again, like I said earlier, the songs feed into each other. So like Plastic Off the Sofa is this beautiful, lush, groovy song. And at the end, it literally starts to like crank up a little bit. It's like, she gives you I like it, baby. And it starts to crank up. And then it just, and then boom. Virgo's Groove starts, and you are locked in for 6 minutes of motherfucking, oh, baby, come over. It's just, I gotta be the one to take you there. It's that song is Virgo's Groove has no right to be as good as it is. That first little 3-minute groove is dope, and it starts to kind of like come down a little bit towards the end, and they switch it up at the end, and then she gets into another set of the most insane runs, you know, that Love of My Life. I'm not even gonna attempt like I did with Plastic on the Sofa. I attempted to do a little bit of run. I'm not even gonna attempt with Virgo's Groove. It's not possible. Can't do it. Only Beyonce can. Insane what she did on that song. 6 minutes, like 3 movements. It was like the way that I felt about Childish Gambino's Me and Your Mama when that came out, how that like absolutely blew my mind with like, I did not know you could do this. I was not aware that your artistry was capable of putting this together. I knew Beyonce was capable of putting together a bomb ass song. She had already done it, you know, for 8 songs already. And we get to the 9th one and I'm just like, how much of this album is left? How much album is left? So much more. Because right after that, Move Out the Way. I'm not looking at my tier list at this point. This goes in the A tier. I'm with my girls and we all need space. That's another. It's like edging into the S tier almost, because it's another one of those songs, especially after Virgo's Groove, where I just got buck up, bitch, buck up, bitch, buck up. Like you literally had that energy. It's just like, you know, you're 40 minutes in the club renaissance at this point, and you're still like move, 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 move. Yeah, you gotta move. You know, everything you do will be held against you. The song is nasty. Grace Jones, Tim's, nasty. Buck up, bitch, buck up, bitch, buck up. And then again, she keeps like putting us in this beautiful space of like, okay, we get into this nice little group, me and my girlfriends, and then all of a sudden the beat changes up and it gets nastier. The second half of the song is S tier quality. I'm moving this up. This is crazy. I'm moving it. I'm putting it between Church Girl and Cozy. That's where we're gonna let that settle in right there. Okay, A tier is correct, but it's damn near a S. Because that second half is nasty. The second half is nasty. Heated. Shout out to Drake. I know I was just talking shit about you and Certified Lover Boy, and honestly, Nevermind was kind of boring, but Heated, the song you put some words to, fire. Absolute fire. This song is crazy. I think I saw some people like, you know, this was a lot of people's favorite song when the album first came out. And then at some point, Twitter came back around. I saw a tweet, and I wanna find screenshots and kind of put them into the video. I'm gonna hope I can do that today. But I saw somebody say that like Heated was the song that like all the basic girls like or some shit, and I was like, okay, first of all, don't do me like that, because the song is amazing. Second of all, 2 weeks ago, y'all was all saying that this is the best song. Ba ba boom ka ka. Bounce on that ass, bounce on that ass. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of Chanel on me. I gotta fend myself off. Gotta fend myself off. Song is crazy. Song is absolutely crazy. Beyonce loses her mind at the end, and it is like actually entertaining and hilarious at the same time. Like it's both. And I think Heated, between the run between Plastic on the Sofa and Heated in particular, is my favorite stretch of the album. It is like that. Those songs right there are fucking insane. Absolutely insane. So now let's get to Thick. We said the S tier was getting a little cold. The B tier is getting a little cold too. So let me go ahead and pop Thick down there. It's not a bad song at all. It's the more I listen to it, the more it's growing on me, like most songs on this album are. It's just, I think the tone shift is what fucks me up. Like in the beginning, it's a beat and a song you would expect from Beyonce. It doesn't sound like something she wouldn't do. It just, in the beginning of the song, it doesn't fit the energy for me that the rest of the album gets into. But eventually when that's that thick, you know, once it gets into the boom, boom, doom, boom, doom, doom, boom, 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 but the song start turning up, and then the second half of the song when she starts, that part in particular, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I would have put it in the C tier, but it really, that second half of the song is like, wait a minute, hold up, you're on something here now. What you doing? Tell me how long you've been wanting it. I was like, the song is great. Love the lyrics. Now, enough is enough. The C tier has nothing in it, and I got to put something in it. Unfortunately, I have to put something in it. And this is the one song that I think most of us kind of agree is the one that is not the one. And that one is All Up in Your Mind. I will say that I listened to it the other day in the car on a road trip back. And I was feeling it a little more than I thought. Like when she gets into that, I did. When she started like really getting aggravated, I kind of like that because I like passion and I like hearing Beyonce aggravated. But all in all, this song does not do it for me. It kind of sounds like a Yeezus cut. And a lot of folks don't like Yeezus like that anyway. I like Yeezus. I just don't like this song very much. It's grown on me a little bit. I don't want to totally toss it out. Like I thought about putting it in D tier at first, but that seemed rude and wrong because it is kind of growing on me. Okay. But the main problem with Thick and All Up in Your Mind, in my opinion, is that they kind of just like break the cohesion of the album. She had this beautiful sequence going, this like perfect sequence from the top to the bottom, actually. And then Thick just kind of comes in and it's a little slow, and then All Up in Your Mind is boom, 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 and it's just like, okay, yeah, sure, I guess. But she sets the record straight and does us right on America Has a Problem. America Has a Problem is an A tier song. It starts with America. And also it starts with A, ends with A. It's got to be an A tier song. It's just how it works. I love this song. It's slowly but surely moving its way up a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. Cause it's just so good. It's just like Break My Soul, just like Move. It just there's this energy in it. There's this energy in the way that she's rapping. I'm not even gonna fuck up the lyrics. I've listened to this album. Like when it comes down, this will be the first year in a long time that the Spotify year-end list is actually correct, because I haven't been listening to Coffee Table Jazz in the background to help Bino sleep, my dog. So I actually have been listening to Spotify on the regular, and I like every single song in the top 5 of every list is gonna be Beyonce. If anything else breaks through, I will be surprised. Steve Lacy might break through in a couple spots, but otherwise, it's all Beyonce songs. America Has a Problem is one of the songs that, like, if I don't feel like starting with I'm That Girl, I'll just start from America Has a Problem, because it like gives you a few seconds in the beginning to kind of like get adjusted. Boom, 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 boom. Reminds me of when my sisters used to cheerlead. I don't know why it reminds me of like a cheerleading routine. I feel like somebody got to send me a video. Somebody's already doing it. They've got to be people already putting together routines to America Has a Problem. Send me the videos. I want to see. I absolutely want to see. A tier song. Absolutely A tier song. It just fills me with the energy. That's just the theme of this whole album is energy. Pure and Honey. I don't feel entirely comfortable putting it in B tier, but I'm putting it at the beginning of the B tier. The beginning of the song has got this it should cost $1 billion to look this good. It's like, but she make it look easy because she got it. It's like, okay, check my technique. It's like, ooh, okay. And then the honey part at the end. All right. Okay. A tier it is. I'm sorry. I almost, I got to move it up. It don't seem right. Because the second half is just as infectious, but it's somehow even more dancey than the first half. Honey, honey, honey. It's just great. And then the outro song, Summer Renaissance, we'll go ahead and pop that where Pure and Honey was in the B tier, at the top of the B tier. We'll put it in the middle of the B tier after I'm That Girl. A great closer, just like I'm That Girl was a great opener, and it just encompasses the entire, it plays you out with just like 5 minutes of dancing. And then again, she's talking shit at the end. I love it. She's in her bag. It's just, everything about this album is amazing. It just is. I can't argue with anybody. I'm not interested in arguing with anybody. I'm coming out this episode as a Beyonce stan, if that's not obvious from this episode. People that listen to Runaway Jukebox, when Lemonade came out, I was flabbergasted. How am I flabbergasted again? How am I still surprised that like Beyonce can do what she did here? Virgo's Groove, do I need to say it again? Do I need to say it again? Virgo's Groove is absolutely crazy. Okay. So we've put all the songs on a tier list, and I'm kind of looking over all of just to make sure that I got them in an order that I feel comfortable listing. And then how many songs is it total? Let me see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 16 songs total. All right. Okay. I'm going to look it over one more time before I give you the final results, and then we will wrap up today's show with the definitive, objective list of Beyonce's Renaissance songs. Let's do it. At the bottom, number 16, All Up in Your Mind. Number 15, Thick. Number 14, Summer Renaissance. Number 13, I'm That Girl. Number 12, Pure Honey. Number 11, Heated. Number 10, Break My Soul. Number 9, Energy. Number 8, America Has a Problem. Number 7, Cozy. Number 6, Move. Number 5, Church Girl. Number 4, Cuff It. Number 3, Plastic Off the Sofa. Number 2, Alien Superstar. And number 1, Virgo's Groove. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. The definitive, objectively correct order of ranking of Beyonce's Renaissance songs. There it is. Presented by Jay Burritos. Thank you. I will take a bow. I know that's a Rihanna song. But yes, thank you. I've done. The debates can finally end. We're done discussing it. It's been 3 months. I finally made up my mind, which means that I've made up all your minds because I control your opinions. So thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed that. If you are a Beyonce fan and you agree or disagree with my placings, please let me know in the comments on YouTube or argue with me on YouTube. I just said that twice. Argue. Okay, wait. Let me try that again. Argue with me on YouTube or Twitter, because Twitter is the best place to go to argue too. I know with today's events, maybe not the best day to get into it, but I'm available if y'all want to have a little fun in the YouTube comments. We can do that there. If you're not a Beyonce fan and you're just like, dude, didn't you used to like review rap all the time? Yeah, I still do sometimes, but every now and then I like to get into some R&B, and right now I'm still in my R&B/dance/funk bag. And when Beyonce releases an album like this, everybody needs to stop and pay attention. If you are listening to this and you're like, why did you just devote 37 minutes to this? You need to stop what you're doing right now. Get your shit together. Go find some therapy, seek help, touch grass. But more importantly than any of that, go listen to Beyonce's Renaissance. It's not just hype. I know that sometimes people, we become haters because like, oh, Beyonce can't be that good, or like, whatever's popular can't be. I get it. I've been there. I was a lost sheep at one point. I was out here just hating for no reason at all, even while simultaneously enjoying songs. But here I am on the side of right as of 2013, as of 2016, and now especially as of 2022. It is not too late to be saved. You can save yourself. Listen to Renaissance. If you don't listen to the whole album, at least listen to Virgo's Groove. And if I'm not right about Virgo's Groove, stop listening to this podcast because I don't want to listen to you. You clearly insane. You're wrong. You're insane, and you need to leave. Anyway, thank you all for listening to today's episode of Jukebox 2. Like I said, plan for this one to be, I was really excited to talk about Renaissance in some way, shape, or form, and I didn't want to wait until the end of the year list and everything when, we're all going to be talking about that album, because if it's not number one on your list ain't real. I'm just going to say it. Just going to say it straight up. I don't care what you review. If you review country music, if it ain't at the top, it ain't real. If you review rap, she was rapping in here, dead in hip hop. This shit better be number one. This better be the number one album. I swear to God, or else. I'm looking at you, Mike. B? All right, I'm sorry. Let me stop. All right. Again, thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a comment. Let me know so. Share it with your friends. It is really important that I feel loved and validated. And what helps me with that is all the nice comments saying that you enjoyed the show, and seeing your tweets on Twitter. Let me know that, hey, this episode is great. Check it out. Love it. Love all that stuff. I will be back next week if y'all act right, or if I act right, with something else. Not even gonna promise you what it's gonna be, because I like this kind of like fast and loose version of the show. So until then, I want y'all to take care of yourselves, drink some water, stay away from the internet if you need to, because like I said, today's a tough day, and I love you. Bye.